Talking about Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe, you know, the two best players right now, or should I say, for the past 15 years, is Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi.
Yep.
People aren't surprised anyway, because in 2008, 2009, when they started, just that the level of consistency, nobody predicted that they would be this consistent after such a long time. Many players who
Absolutely.
started with them have faded away. Some have even retired, safe, but they are still there, banging in the goals, and they don't even look like and that will stop very soon. No, but definitely age is
Age is telling on them, yeah.
beginning to tell on them. They're not that explosive, as they used to be, but their input is still there. But right now, and looking at it this way, the two players, many people say that might, take over the both players. Talking about Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland, the Norwegian. Definitely, Madrid would like to have one of them. They always like to have the best players in the generation.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying of them is better than each other anyway. They've shown that they're really good. When Mbappe banged in that hat trick, I knew that Haaland would definitely like to make a statement as well. When Dortmund played PSG last season, I think PSG knocked them out.
Yeah.
Haaland scored a very wonderful goal in the first leg, and
That has created that rivalry between them because of the celebration.
yeah. So he's beginning to show that look that he's a guy for the future. He's a guy for the present as well. And that's how I said I should ask you this question. Madrid, yes, they want to sign. They don't even know who to sign, whether Haaland or Mbappe. If you are Florentino Perez, who do you think is the best option for Real Madrid?
I'd rather you say if I was to advise Fiorentino Perez,
yeah.
because right now it seems like the man is spoiled for choice. When I was coaching a team called Globestar Football Club, I learned something about human behavioral pattern when it comes to choosing, making choices. And one of the things that I learned is the fact that there's this player called Arubi. It was my defensive midfielder. Kind of like in the mood of Joe Aribo, but not as skillful. Wasn't one of those players you would say, okay, this guy will go on to become a great footballer. But it was that kind of player you used to discipline others. It wasn't skillful, wasn't flamboyant, but he listens to instruction. But then there was something that happened. If you play football in Warri, you know that everybody pay for themselves. You pay coaches, you contribute daily contribution. But this was a team that was funded by a company called Globestar Football Club. And somewhere in the mix, they brought bag of boots. That was the first time in my life I saw that choice can blind people. So the players were supposed to go pick because they brought it with a car, a big van, and just go and pick your choice. Any 3 boots of your size, just go and pick. You know that everybody was picking their boot, getting excited. Ruby couldn't pick one boot for himself. There were a lot of boots that were his size, but he was confused. And that day, I learned something about human behavior. Like, I started understanding what colorblind is because after I left that day, I started doing research. I went to Cyber Cafe, I started reading. So let me come to Fiorentino Perez with that. I think that Fiorentino Perez would be wishing and praying that he have the money to take all of them. Because like Arubi wish he could take all the boots home. He'll be wishing that I have the money to take these 2 strikers and pair the 2 of them and make Real Madrid the biggest, the strongest, and most powerful force on the planet. Because if you have Mbappe and Haaland on your team, all you need to do is just get the ball forward. Whip it on the counter. The 2 of them are fast. The 2 of them are ruthless. The 2 of them are brutal. Now, it comes down to choice. I'm not Fiorentino Perez. But if I'm going to advise Fiorentino Perez, I'll say to him, Mbappe is not an out-and-out striker. And I know that this whole argument about Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo are not out-and-out strikers, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it does. Mbappe does not have the consistency that I see in Erling Haaland. Yeah, Erling Haaland might not be as flamboyant, might not have that wow factor, that jersey selling brand, that poster boy thing, but then he can grow into it. That's something that is very easy. Once he put consistency to his game, he will become that poster boy. But I think that when you're looking for somebody that will score the goals on the field and lead you to championship winning side, take your team to win the La Liga, take your team to win the UEFA Champions League, the go-to guy is Erling Haaland. And then Erling Haaland also is still hungrier than Mbappe. There's a way a coach will come in, because with Mbappe you need a coach that will respect him, a coach that will look at him and say, look, this guy is a World Cup winner, a coach that will look at him and say, this guy is a potential Ballon d'Or winner, he's won so many things already. He's coming to the team to help the team, but at the same time, the team needs to help him. Okay? But if you get Erling Haaland, he's from Norway. Norwegians normally are nomadic people. They are resilient people. They are very, very hardworking. They are committed. And they go about their job normal, easy, straight going. So if you want that kind of player, I think it's Erling Haaland you need. But if you want a guy who would, bring the media circus to Real Madrid, the guy who would, play football, and then also relate with the media. That's the guy you need. Unfortunately, I think Florentino Perez should learn from what happened with Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo was playing for Real Madrid. I was helping Valencia make £40 million a year in the last 3 seasons of his time at Madrid. That's practically one of the reasons why they let him go. You can't be playing for us and be feeding other people competition. It doesn't work well. Now, would Haaland be that kind of player? I don't think for now. I don't think he have that kind of agent that will make that happen. But I think that normally, you know this thing they say about the French arrogance. Eric Cantona, Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, Zinedine Zidane. I could name all. It's the French thing. French people are naturally arrogant. It's not a bad thing per se. It's not like, oh, the arrogance is bad. But it's something that comes with them. If you are collecting a French player, you carry that baggage. AC Milan find that very early when they signed in the late 80s when they signed Jean-Pierre Papin. He requested for a swimming pool and a dolphin to learn how to play bicycle kick. Didn't get to play the bicycle kick on the field of play anyway, but that's one of the baggage that you expect. David Ginola. I can name a whole lot of French players who come with that extra baggage. So, but with Haaland, I don't think there's much of a baggage. Maybe normal whole-time boy with a girlfriend, but gets on the field, he's still shy and coy, but give him the ball, he knows what to do. So, despite between going for flamboyant Ferrari or going for a Maybach, that is not really flamboyant, but is the deal. It's the real deal. So, if I'm advising Florentino Perez today based on the fact that they can afford the 2 players, I think that straight off the hook, I would go for Erling Haaland. But then, there is a twist to this conversation. I also think that La Liga being the league that it is, right now is losing all that value. If it goes like this and they don't get Mbappe and Haaland to play in La Liga, in the next 2-3 years, La Liga will not be the league that it should be. So I think that what will make it good, they should do a kill and divide, okay? Haaland, if Mbappe goes to Madrid, Haaland should go to Barcelona. One, it will help that rivalry between the two of them because this is the new world order. Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi have created a new world order that is different from what the rest of the world is used to. Back in the day when I was growing up, football was everywhere. There was Michel Platini playing for Juventus. There was this person, there's this one, Roberto Baggio, Enzo Schifo. There were different footballers playing everywhere, and you enjoyed their game. Everybody's beautiful. There was nobody was talking about the goat. Or goat was an animal back in the day. I didn't know that it was ever going to become, so I'm wondering back then when our parents used to say you are a goat, ewu beribi. I don't know now if they were wrong or if they were dehumanizing us, if they were right, because people call themselves goat. So I think that for the sake of the league, the sake of the competition, the sake of the standard that they've set, because La Liga is going to become the victim of their own standard if Messi leaves. Messi leaves and it seems like Sergio Ramos is also going to leave. They are going to become a victim of their own standard. The league is going to be watered down so much. So on the flip side, I think that the 2 of them should go to Spain. Whatever the salary that they're using to pay Messi, bump it up together and sign Haaland if Real Madrid doesn't get it. But if there's only one player coming to Spain and Madrid is the one that's going to sign it, I would advise them to sign Erling Haaland. But if they think that, okay, for the sake of Zidane wants to coach Kylian Mbappe, let's not forget that Zidane will be fired next season. If he finishes this season, Zidane is not going to, and this is me making this prediction now, Zidane is not going to end next season as a coach of Real Madrid. That's just a statement of fact I'm putting on the table here. Not ask me what are the numbers to back it up. This football that is playing, Zidane is at a place where they are enduring him, they are tolerating him, not because he's doing well, but because he won 3 Champions League and he's also a club legend. They are trying to manage him. I wish Frank Lampard had that kind of success backing him up, but I know that by the end of he's not going to be at the club by the end of next season. That is if he survives this season to the end and then gets somehow does his own preseason. That's my take. But I think if Florentino Perez wants to sign one of those 2, he should get one. But the funny thing is, if Florentino Perez gets Erling Haaland, it's going to be difficult for Barcelona to be able to sign Mbappe. That's going to be pretty difficult. But then if they sign Mbappe, it's going to be easy for them because the buyout clause for Erling Haaland is not much. And once you free up Messi out of that salary structure, you have money to pay him. That's what I think about that one.
You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio.